don't even want to be on the scene. I'm gonna make this shit look beautiful. I don't want us to be seen. It's all you. Tales from the hood. That's a good way to start. I'm gonna make this shit a cute, truthful story. That's it though. If it ain't true, can't fuck.
Dumping them clips, dumping them clips, I hit the block real early, nigga, rape the ass. Nothing changed, still stacked bread in the paper bag. Confuse me for slipping in, yield me the slipping in. Dead without a trace unless you got some good fishing, man. Yonkers raised the fucking beast, politic and fuck with G's. You just took a walk through, listen, fuck, I am the street. Nothing out can fuck with him, problems got enough of them. Gangster to the core, swag, hoodies and some stuff tips. Red bandana in the face, Cruz big hammer the waist. Mama told me cool as shit, hate to be playing in the way. Told her I'm a fucking G, street life is on with me. You raised the hell with the nigga, these fucks don't wanna roll with me.
Nobody dancing? Fuck that, you doing our shit.
My name is Charles Gardner and I'm the police commissioner. Today I'm announcing the culmination of a joint local and federal investigation targeting the Strip Boys gang.
Back again. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, man, because the people need to know who you is, so I'm gonna let you introduce yourself to the people, man.
Pook. You know, some people call me Pooka. That's my nickname. My auntie, Brenda, rest in peace. God bless her soul. That's who gave me that name. And she gave it to me when I was a baby, and it stuck to me with me through all my entire life. So ain't nobody call me Pooka. Mostly females call me that, or Pook. You know what I mean?
All right, Pook, where you from?
SLOWBOMB. From Building 2.
Up the hill.
Up the hill, nigga. You heard? I'm up the hill, nigga. You heard? Fly niggas, you heard? Different. Different. Nah, shout outs to my whole world. My whole world was fly.
All right, it's Tales of the Hood, right? So, with that being said, man, just give me a tale from the hood, like your tale, your story. Take me there. You can go all the way back to the beginning.
Or do
you can go back to the beginning of you, whatever you want, Pook. Let's talk about it all. We just gonna have a conversation.
You want me to get? I'm gonna get on grown man time.
Get on grown man time, bro. I'm a grown man.
I grew up under the guards. You know, I ain't, really pick it up how I should have picked it up, but I had knowledge itself from being around them, waking up, knowing how to eat. You know what I mean? Praying, staying prayed up, taking family first values and things of that nature, and just knowing about, you know what I'm saying, like self, you know? So I grew up with that, and that was a real, I want to say pivotal piece in my life that I installed, you know what I mean? Because it kept me forget being real, just being who you are and standing by what you live by, what you believe, and things of that nature. Like, I wasn't running around dumb, deaf, blind. So I kind of like got cheated in, I would say, because I had them there. I had some of the realest dudes. They was God body. Peace guy, knew the math, mastered 120 plus. Used to go down religiously and jump in cabs when cabs was out. Man, died. These cabs is out, they going to Harlem and building with the guards on 125th and all that, like, religiously. So, everything that was in my household really was about it.
Knowledge yourself.
Knowledge yourself. I
God,
don't poor.
Gods.
God.
Yes, sir.
All right. But everybody
so you grew up to God.
I
grew up to God.
But I became...
Go ahead. Say what you...
became that
what?
Thing.
What
that
thing?
Shine.
The
shine. Shine records, baby.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Back in the days, like when? Talk about it. Take us there. Because we don't really... I know, but they don't know.
Actually, what happened was I didn't like Bloods. Never liked it. In Yonkers, no. When the Bloods was running around, and we used to be in the square getting out of schools, when I was flying in the red AV, like, yo, the Bloods is in the square. And everybody running for love. And my motto was, I ain't talking about none of them niggas. If a nigga touch this jacket or do something about this, I know the guards gonna come down here and get stupid. And they was older. Yeah. Like the guys that they was terrorized of when they was coming through, like prime example, what's my guy name? what's his name, man? I think they blew him up in the whip. He was messing with the old school dude. What's his name, man? You know him.
Where he was from?
He's from Yonkers. Old school. He's old. He was like one of the first bloods in Yonkers. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
Uppy. Uptown, they all in. Crow, all of them. They coming through the square. And, you know, at the end of the day, dudes was, you know, terrified and petrified. And, I stood on my square. But most of them was like, oh, you little Sinclair brother. Oh, you man, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, they was...
Facts. He loved my pops.
You know what I'm saying?
He do. That's a fact.
They lived it. Little Claire, get away from the niggas, man. It ain't about nothing, man. You used to tell me to stick with football. I was a football star. I was nice with it. I played football since I was 8 years old. I could have went to one of the best schools. Well, it wasn't a what's the top school? How they got it? Division A guy?
Division 1.
Division 1 school. It was Rhode Island University. The dude used to come to all my games and watch me. Yeah. But then I caught that first drug sweep that they ever seen like that. Rest in peace, Butter. Butter Foucault got caught up with me. Kill that. Lover. Free to God, love. Ton. Mad of us got caught up in that drug sweep. And it was my freshman year. And they dropped them cells on me on my birthday. They waited for me to get 18. They was like, we was going to drop these cells earlier, but the DA said, Mr. David is the regulator. He is the one. Wait till he turned 18 so we can stick it to him, because everybody else was older than me. For the most part, they dropped the cells. And when I made bail up, unfortunately, you know, and I tried to go back to school, and how it was summed up like, paid a lawyer, paid Echo. Shouldn't have paid him because it was my first time ever getting arrested for a felony, so I got a YO regardless. But he took their $7,000 from the family and all that. So, and then right then and there it was like I came home from the Stanton, and it was like football's over.
So after that was over with, what you got into? Since football was over,
first.
You finished school first.
Finished school first.
So you got your high school diploma.
Got my high school diploma. I came home and graduated. Came home for graduation and graduated with Roosevelt. You know, I walked that stage. But I had good grades. I just cheated myself. That's why I couldn't get into a top school playing football, because my grades wasn't that good. I did just enough to get by. You know what I'm saying? If I came in the classroom and assignment was due, and I'm like, oh shit, I ain't doing that. I'm running around ripping the block. I'm hustling. Real short. Let me come real quick. Do the shit. Yo, I'm gonna have Miss such and such. I left that in my locker. I'll bring it right back. All right, baby, bring it back. And as long as you cool. I see, people, this is the thing with school. It's not about going to school. I wasn't one of them ones. Even though I was tough out of my group and coming from going to Roosevelt, from SLOWBOMB, I was one of them tough ones. And I was in a whole bunch of stuff. But one thing, none of my teachers, they all love me. I love them. Come to class, he's not like the other ones from SLOWBOMB. Disrespectful. So, you know, I finished school. That was important. That was a pivotal piece before my father passed. I wanted to make sure that I finished school.
So after you finish school, what do you do now? After you finish school, what did you get into? What happened? Take me there.
I finished school. If you wanted me to be technical, once I found, and they dubbed me about going back to playing football and even getting a chance to go back to Rhode Island, and I talked to the coach and all that, I was like, you know what, fuck that. My whole bid was, yo, I'm coming home to hustle and run it up. That's what I thought. That was my mind. It was a fucked up mind frame to think, because you know, now at the age that I am now, you know, them blocks ain't really gonna get you rich like that. You can get about so far before a nigga tell on you. You know what I'm saying? Before you know it, the doors is coming off the hinges. You know what I mean? You got the hate, you got the, you know what I'm saying? And I'm from SLOWBOMB. Everybody was getting to $1. It wasn't even really no hate at that time. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm not in the time of the era where now, like, there's a lot of hate going on. You know what I'm saying? You got people that hate a nigga and don't even know why they fucking hate him. It's a big difference. Like back then, everybody was getting to $1. Like you could fall off and go to another homie and be like, yo, let me get a 50 cent real quick. I get that back to you once no, at the end of the day, that was that. So I finished school. Made sure I did that. But my whole bid at that time, young age, dumb-minded, and when I realized football wasn't going to be a key for me no more, I said, I'm going home to hustle and I'm going to turn this thing all the way up, you heard? And I did. I did just that. And it landed a whole bunch of hate and landed, you know, things happening, unfortunately, and unfolding in front of me. It really showed me. But that right there, it was one of the worst times of my life, but it was one of the best times in my life. And it taught me a valuable lesson that money can never buy.
What's that? Give him the lesson. Get him the Jew.
Staying humble and staying on your square. And once you know the knowledge, and you got that part down of a situation, you can win without even doing nothing. You get what I'm saying? And I'm going to say that in so many words just for the sake of the interview. And I don't want to ruffle no feathers. You know what I'm saying? Either. Being blunt, because I can be blunt. Let's say that. Let's set that for the record. But I'm just being blunt out of respect for things I love. But that right there taught me when that incident had happened, it taught me like who was friends, and all the dudes that I thought really was friends wasn't really riding with me. Like, yo, it showed me that, and I was like, wow. So that was a pivotal point. That was a pivotal point in my life, a real learning lesson, and that shit stalls into me to this day. Staying humble, because I wanted to jump out there and get nasty.
So hold up, is this the up the hill, down the hill era of SLOWBOMB that you're talking about, or is this outside of the project? Y'all SLOWBOMB standing together, and y'all kind of going at it with people outside of the project.
No, this was internal.
Oh, this was internal.
Because you got to think about it. I finished school. When I came home, I told you, I said my mindset was a killer block. I did just that. I did just that. I had one of the best sources, and things was going beautiful. At least in my eyes, from a hood perspective, I was a ghetto celeb. It was not for me to run upstairs, go get 9,000-10,000 real quick and come back outside. Or Dre pull up, yo, I got 9-10. What you got? Boom, boom, boom. I got this. Yo, we going downtown. Yo, we going to see Pop. Yo, it was nothing at that time. You know what I mean? Like, it was that real. And I was young. I made my first OT trip out of town on a Greyhound with that work. And I'm keeping it a beam. I'm keeping it funky because I don't do that no more, so I can talk about it. And that's the past. That work. You know what I mean? And when I came out here, it was already landslide. Seen 2030 right there. Dre with it. Hiding the money. So much money he was hiding in the goddamn stove. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Am I lying? You wasn't hiding that money in that goddamn stove. Yeah. I said, Dre. Hold on. I gotta put this up. I'm like, I think he going to the safe or something. So I opened the stove. I said, oh shit, this thing's hot. It's only 30. Easy. It was actually 30. It wasn't even 20, 30.
Yeah, but hold up, though. Cause didn't you go to the feds, though, for getting caught with like 30,000, right?
I got caught with that, and then I got hemmed up on some other bullshit. So.
Hold up. You can take us there. You want to take us there? Take us there.
When I got caught, they came for an initial charge, but the initial charge opened up a search warrant. When they searched the crib, they found some paper, and then they was like, oh, this is anything more than 10, you out of here. Like, you ain't got no whereabouts where this came from, but you know I ain't gonna drive my love. You know what I'm saying? Yo, this is no bullshit like that, and then they have it, you know what I mean? So, I just hate it. They cost some money with your pops, too. He got caught with the pistol, and about 4,000 or 5,000. They didn't take his money because it wasn't over 10. So he got to go to jail with his money. I got to go to jail with a $0 account on my book. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't take his money. They had him for the pistol. Yeah, don't worry about your money. You don't go. Well, there's orders to give it to your wife, what you gonna do? So he give it away. He's out of it.
And all that shit was initiated over what? You caught a fed bid, my pops caught a fed bid. Why did y'all catch fed bids?
Flint. Flint to keep it funky.
It came from Flint.
Yeah.
Flint telling on y'all or Flint telling on Tone, and then that shit trickled down?
Flint told on Tone already.
He already told on Tone.
Yeah. But then he also told them, yo, his brothers, Whoopty Wappy, he already put them down. They already knew this. You see what I'm saying?
So Flint caused all of this.
He caused all this. They took my little punk ass shit that I had going on personally and was like, now, oh, alright, he out of town, then we can grab him for this. But when they came, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If I ain't had that bread, they would have just took me for that. But being that like with the feds, once you sign something, you can sign that shit over. Like, I don't want to fight, you can have it. You know what I mean? Because I ain't get caught with no drugs or nothing. They ain't had me on no cells or no nothing.
How much time you did?
They gave me 37 months. I did like, out of that 37, 18 months in prison. And then another 4 months, 5 months in the halfway house. My shit non-violent, smooth on out.
In and out. Alright. So
yeah, what make it so crazy, I got caught with an extra 1,500 in a car. Yeah, an extra 1,500 because they searched the car too. That was in the car, so that's what they put in the joint. They didn't even talk about it. They didn't even put the rest of the bread in the paperwork. Hell yeah. They put that shit there. Fuck no. They said, yo, you want to fight it? Because we can charge you, or you sign off. Sign off. Get out of here. That's one out my. Get that out of my way. Get out of here. Because they also found a stamp. Stamp them joints with. Yeah.
Oh.
And if you want me to keep it so funky, I'm gonna keep it a bean just for the. It was about, and they didn't find it when I was living in South Park. So they didn't even find it. I'm in my head like, yo, I locked up. Take that bread and get out of here. Take me for what y'all taking me for not being out of pocket with New York. Get out, get me out of here. I couldn't wait to get out that house. Yeah, as soon as I got to the joint, yo, Tip, yo, holla at my, see me face to face. Yo, holla at my man, get at them. And let him feed you, and that's how I did it. Yep, got right out the way.
Now I want to slide back a little bit, right? Because, see, my era is a strip boy. You kind of part of that, but yeah, you feel me?
I started.
But you
I was
more
the first one on the strip.
See what I'm saying?
I was the first one on the strip, and I was like, yo, because you know, I was loopy up there. I had Chad, who owned the store. That's my man. That's my man.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm in and out of the store, shaking and baking. Then I got, you know, I'm everywhere. I got it's pulling up, and then before you know it, I'm like, yo, the money got to come through the strip first before it get through the hood. Come on up here. You know, I'm with y'all all the day, like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, what you doing? Friday bottles, bye-byes, yo, before you know, yo, we the strip boys. We on this shit every day till sundown. Till sundown. Till that store go, and the niggas may still even be out there. Because it started coming so crazy. Like, you know what I mean? And all y'all, all the niggas was eating. All the niggas was eating, and they was doing their thing. But the knowledge that I had now, man, I'd have told us, yo, there's so much other shit we could be doing other than what we doing. And at my age, there's not no big homies no more. You know what I'm saying? There's no big homies no more. They ain't got time to tell these little niggas, yo, don't do this. Don't do that. Yo, don't shoot the club up. Yo, don't shoot your ops. It's not cool to have ops. It's no more. They don't got time or patience with them no more. You know what I mean? And that's the lack of structure, because when I grew up, if we was out of pocket, whether it was the guards, whoever, we got caught out of pocket. Niggas tightened this up. It didn't even have to be my brother to tighten me up. Look, what the fuck is you doing? Get your stupid ass. You get the hell up there. And I'm telling your brother too. And I'm like, oh man, I'm not gonna say nothing because I don't want to tell him. I'm gonna get the same treatment. Like, he caught you doing what? You know what I'm saying? So like they pulled us out of pocket and told us, yo, get out of here. Take your ass upstairs. But stay out of the streets, man. Stay in school. Stay, you know what I mean? Things like that. They didn't do they did that in my era. You know what I mean?
Why you think it ain't being done now?
You know what it is? Because it's more or less of a, if you want me to say it from my opinion, my perspective, I can't tell you why you don't think it's done now. I want to say because, honestly, I think dudes are scared of these little dudes. They shooting dudes just to see how high you can go in the air. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not scared of them because I know how to deal with them. You know how I'm going to deal with them? I'm going to deal with you like a grown man. I'm going to tighten you all the way up before you even go the chance to get there. Unless you just got the drop on me and got me, then it's it. But I'm going to tighten you all the way up before you even get to go to do X, Y, Z, come back. I've been through that. I know how to play with it. Now I'm going to let you, you know what I mean? But they don't got the time and patience to talk to them, man.
They locked up a lot of the OGs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And them young niggas had too much time on their own to fuck shit up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And you got to think about it. This is worldwide.
Yeah.
This ain't even this is an epidemic. It's not just a certain area. It's everywhere.
It was on streets across the nation. Across the nation. Locked the
I go
OGs
to other
up,
states.
Young niggas.
I go to other states. I talk to other older dudes. They're like, same shit. I'm like, yo, you can't tell them nothing. They got all the sense. And then when they make a one step, because all it takes is one of these, and it don't go right for you, and you sitting up like math. That's all it takes.
Facts.
All it takes is one of these. And you ain't got control, sitting doing 40, 50 years, man. Yeah, and ain't nobody coming in your ear, your mans, the niggas you jumped out the window for. Right. Well, it takes one split second, one wrong decision. Like I just encountered a wrong decision, you know? And I ain't gonna lie, I was finished. Easy 8-piece. I'd have copped out right then and then. Give me 8, I'm out of here. Done. I seen a nigga guts hanging, man. 100 million hot dogs fall out his stomach. And he caused it. This is the thing. This is why now the knowledge that I know, sometimes you really got to overthink these dudes and really, more or less of the say. This is the saying that I feel now. And I feel it because now it's installed in me. Don't nobody care if you get busy or not. They just want to see if it still can get nasty. And then when you give them the nasty, I'm at full. But I tell you this, I take that any given day of the Sunday before I'm pushing daisies. You feel me? So that's always gonna be my mind. But that's, yeah. I'll go back to the pivotal moment with the guards, and you know, I was tight. I'm sitting up at the round table with them. I'm like, yo, man, just go down. I'm ready to get. I'm like, it's a waste of time, man. You nigga so he ain't seen that nigga yesterday. That nigga turned his head the other way. Nigga. You worried about I see he said, and never forget it. You worried about how it looked on the outside, and on the inside. You know what's up. And then that right there, it locked on me. That right there, it locked on me. And I'm at the round table. I'm at the round table. With real ones. Hitters. Ain't no iffy. He hit something. He hit something. He hit something. I'm at the round. These is God party dudes. And you wouldn't even know they like that. Because that's how peaceful they are. They come in peace. They can tell you. Come in peace, God. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Facts.
Big joints on the table. Man. You ain't even have to really go there because we outsmarted them. They knew you couldn't do nothing. We was too smart. And at the end of it, it's too dangerous. It comes along with being too smart. They look at you like, oh, he's a dangerous man. He's really know how to think. I watch these niggas do this, do that, do that. You know what I mean? They're not to me. These ain't your average Joes we going at. You get what I'm saying? So that kind of fell back. But more or less, you know, we ain't never been on, growing up, my squad, my team, we ain't never been on no bully crap. We ain't like bullies. We always stood up for SLOWBOMB on our square. When it come to SLOWBOMB, we rep that hard to the death. But at the end of the day, like, we took accountability for our shit. Nowadays, nobody want to take accountability. They want to do all the, and then throw it off on somebody else. Oh, it's because of them. This is why this happened. Because of them, this is why this happened. Oh, it was because of this. This is why I dropped out. You know what I'm saying? School. Because of this. This is why I ain't got the good job. Nah, you got to take that shit with yourself first.
Facts.
Once you got that good, you know what I'm saying, and you know your wrongs, and you know what I'm saying, what you need to work on with self. That's what I said, called knowledge of self. Am I lying, God?
Not at all. That's what it's about.
Once you know yourself, like, then you're gonna realize you God. You God. Once you master that step. And I ain't mastered that step yet. Saint almost brought a tear to my eyes when he said, I think you got it.
I disagree, Jay.
Huh?
So I disagree.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on. Before you say it, go ahead. Say why you disagree. Say it. You said you disagree?
Yeah, I disagree, Jay, because look at you now. Look at you now. I done watched you build and grow your whole life. You know what I mean? And some of the things that you going through and endured, the conversations that we've had.
Indeed.
You know what I mean? It shows your growth, shows your maturity, it shows your God perspective. Just yesterday you showed me when we sat down here and spoke. I ain't gonna go into what we spoke about, but it takes a wise and civilized mind to think how you think, right, and to see things how you see. Because it's real easy to get devilish, ain't it? Yeah. It's real easy. It's hard to stand in your square, and at the end of the day, do what's right, G. Right. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, do what's right.
Right. Indeed. Yeah. So, you know why I say I ain't mastered that step yet. I want to say, I'm gonna take the credit for saying I did. It took a lot of bumps. And I gotta realize I ain't saint, I ain't math, and even they took slips. You see what I'm saying?
Everybody, I ain't a Christian. But
I ain't YG, I ain't son, and even they took slips. But I feel like with me, it took a lot of slips for me to wake up, like, you know what I mean? And smell the beans and realize, yo, I'm God. I got this in control. You know what I'm saying?
What we heard today, what even that Christian preacher was talking about, right? About it's not perfection. Nobody's ever going to be perfection. Mastery isn't perfection. It's a journey. You know what I'm saying? It's a journey. You don't just wake up and be like, oh, I got this and I'm a master. Nah, G. It's a journey. You're always building, destroying at the same time, and rebuilding again. You know what I mean? And that's the power of self, the journey of self. That's knowledge of self. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I mean, look.
And I had some of the, I grew up around mathematics. Like, I grew up with real hitters. Certified. In the house. Mama love them. Papa love them. They in and out as they please. Billy, you cook some food? Miss Phyllis, what y'all got to eat today? They in and out. That's family. You know what I'm saying? So, shout outs to them, man. Shout outs to God. 5%, you heard? And meeting them, I met 5%ers from all over Brooklyn that I'm still good with. Harlem that I'm still good with on a daily basis. Now Vernon that I'm still good with. Shout out to my Vernon guards. But yeah, Yonkers guards that I'm still good with. AA Supreme. The list goes on. Yeah, the list goes on, man. But coming up, man, my best tell was, if we want to talk musically, I watched Doc do the damn thing. I don't even want nobody giving flowers. Because he earned his stripes. Earned it. I watched him in studios with Nice Sign and all them niggas, and he go through them one by one like this. And if I'm lying, I'm flying. Sony Studio, I was there for that. Tiny Dom brought us up there. D&Y, I was like, yo, they think these dudes up here is nice. They came to the project, picked us up in a big SUV. They brought Saint out there. Drag was there, Eve was there. I'm in Sony Studios. Me, Math. No, I'm lying. Saint, Math wasn't there. He had to work. He was stuck on work. He wanted to get there. He like, fuck it. He brought me.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't even old enough to get in the club yet. Sony Studio. Pop's like, yo, you taking me to the studio? Go ahead. He didn't care. As long as I wasn't in the project doing fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that, he respected. You know what I'm saying? You taking time out, you taking him to the studio with you, all right, that, I respect that. You know what I'm saying? Just sitting outside and doing bullshit at this time of night? Nah, I ain't with all that. Yeah, now, Sony Studio. Eve had the little, yo, she was, yo. And that nigga Doc, that nigga danced in there, man, like no other. I thought, well, in all actuality, I thought it was a deal gonna be on the table. They gonna say, yo, alright, we gotta grab him. This is X-Men. They came up from the fork track niggas. This is not even when niggas was recording a reel of rail. This is fork track. Meaning you push record and play at the same time on about a cassette tape. These little cassette tapes record your music. Yeah. Yeah, I watched them do that one of them whole DMX mixtapes where Doc and Saint was on there and they're going back and forth on.
It was a green tape?
Yeah. I watched them do that whole joint in Sandy Crib.
I had the green tape.
I watched them do that whole joint in Sandy Crib. Wow. While I was in the crib, in one of the rooms with To The Head and Jonathan and Dope Figures, and we playing NBA Jam. This when Super Nintendo was out. Never forget, and they was in the next room recording. Yeah, that's one of the tales for me. Saint had the deal. And I'm talking about a 5 budget deal because he wasn't living in SLOWBOMB. He had the nice apartment on Ravine that was paid for 2 years straight. Yeah. Then moved to North Broadway. That was all the budget money. Rough Nation just hit a rough chord. They had so many artists they signed that didn't know what to do with them. With everybody. So when as much money as they was dishing out and it wasn't coming back in, they was like, yo, we gotta cut it wasn't that he got cut, he didn't get cut. Cause dude, Richard, what's his name? Chris Swartz. The dude who owned Rough Nation, the dude who was one of the head guys of Rough Nation Records, like, and that's where the history with me, Nam, because Nam was there. You know what I'm saying? He's the same age as me. He had a deal. His deal wasn't like that deal, but he had a deal with Warlock Records. Because it really was the deal with the Mushman was really for Saint. And they was putting their bag on it. This is the time they signed Trick Daddy. Who else they signed? Trick Daddy was one of the main. That's when he had that You Know Near nigga. I went to one of them when he was pushing that song. You Know Near nigga. He was in the bands like with Trina. I went to one of them joints that they did in New York, down Times Square. Yeah. The Rough Nation Records. They had him. He was already there for maybe a year before. So when they came in trying to kick the door in, but you got to think about their branch off of Warner Brothers. So they had, Rough Nation had Lauryn Hill. Yeah, they had Lauryn Hill. Look it up. They had Lauryn Hill. They had the Outsiders. Those is the guards too. They also, for the Brooklyn dudes, long drag dudes. Yeah, the guards. We built with them. They had the Outsiders. They had DJ Muggs. They had some people on that joint. Major figures, Gilly the Kid in them. They had them. They had some people on that joint. Yeah.
You know,
Hold up. Gilly was on the same?
Yeah, the Sam and Saint was on the same label. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, Saint X to get released.
Huh?
You know that?
Right. Because we thought X was gonna do the right thing. X like, yo, come over here. I got you.
I was with them niggas down. We was getting money down in North Carolina. And he was on the phone and he added to him, yo, release me. That's when he got released.
This one they gave X Bloodline. X came through, did the right thing. He dropped off a couple thousand, but he didn't do what he could have did. You know what I'm saying? But then at the respectable note of a point, because you got to think about it like now, like we dealing with a rich fiend. You know what I'm saying? I can keep it blunt. Like I love him to death, but we dealing with a rich fiend, so nigga, I still fiend ways. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga won 30,000 for a feature. Nigga won 30,000.
He got that bread, and he got that bread. The label paid for it.
Oh, he didn't get the feature. I thought that they ain't.
No, he got the feature. But what happened was when it was time to put it out with Warner Brother, X was asking them for more money on the low. So it was like, yo, you can't even put it out. They like, yo, you got this signed in contract. This is contracts is pivotal versus a handshake. Back in the days with them deals, back in the days, you could say, yo, we're going to do the deal and handshake with it, do it. Tomorrow the deal is done. Exactly what was said, how it was going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that shit crazy.
So he said, yo, let me get the 30. I got you. Just to let him know and warm him up, yo, I'm going to hook the joint for you. He did. Saint was going crazy. Saint brought it back to the label. And then he got the 30 right then and there. He got the 30 right then and he asked for more money.
What's your message to the young boys?
My message to them young boys, man, now, put them guns down, man. Them niggas is shooting each other for no fucking reason. And half the time, it ain't even a real reason to want to go kill somebody. Stop thinking having ops is cool, because I don't know, that seems like that's a trend around the world. It's who can have the most ops. Like, that shit is a sport or something. Like, I don't know what type of OGs these little niggas grew up under. You know what I mean? They're like, having ops ain't cool. Like, who wants enemies? Granted, shit happens. You know what I mean? But who wants enemies nowadays? Not nobody smart, not nobody trying to get some money. You know what I'm saying? Or just do the things they like to do and not have you ain't got to worry about going outside, getting your head knocked off because you from another side or you dissing people's dead peoples and like that shit ain't cool, man. Stop listening to these rappers, man, filling your head up, because when you pull up on them niggas, they ain't who they say they are, and half the time, none of them are. Don't get it twisted. Some people, you know what I mean? Some of these rappers is definitely who they say they are. And even the ones that's who they say they are, they don't even really be on it like that. They like some of the most friendliest, coolest, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, put them guns down, man. Put them guns down, man. If you want to get some money, get some money. If you want to kill somebody and you ain't got to worry about going to jail or doing 1 million years for it, man, go to the army, man. They got a lot of people for you to kill over. You know what I'm saying? Go over there. You know what I'm saying? At least get something. You come back, benefits, all that. You ain't got to worry about prison.
We at war right now too. That's crazy, right?
We at war right now, so yeah.
Crazy. It just happened this morning, right? Or last night? Wow, it's crazy.
Yeah, we at war. Just join the army, man.
Yeah.
Stay out them streets, man. You know what I mean? If you gonna get some money, get some money. I ain't telling nobody on how to feed their family or what they gotta do in order to feed their family. You know what I'm saying? But all I'm saying is, trying to get some money, want to be out here shooting people and having ops, that don't mix. It's one way. It's going to be a one-way, two-way. Either you dead or you going to jail. That's my message, man.
You engineer. What made you do that? What got you into engineering?
Going to the studios with Doc, man. I used to be in them big joints, Quad, Hit Factory, and I used to always, I was intrigued, like, what this knob do? Like, you know what I mean? I used to be in there, in the engineer's there. He like, Saint used to be like, yo, get out of here, leave that nigga alone. He like, nah, he good. Well, it says he left me in there. And he's like, yeah, this is an EQ, this is a compression, this is that. You know what I mean? It was just showing me things, and I was so intrigued how that board lit up. So I always wanted to get into that. And I got a good ear for music, you know what I'm saying? Sonically, I got a good ear. So wanting to learn about it and once we got involved with the music, it was like, yo, I want to learn how to do this shit and be, you know what I mean, one of them ones like, yo, I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? If that makes any type of sense. Like, I wanted to be the one to mix a King album. Like, yo, I had my hands was in on that. You know what I'm saying? Hands on before one of these high engineers take the credit for your joint. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga gets signed, I could be like, yo, you gotta put my name in the credits. Yeah, but I honestly like it. I like it. I got the patience for it. You gotta have patience for that, because it gets tedious. You definitely gotta have patience for that. And yeah, if you ain't got the patience for it.
But you went to school for it too.
I also went to school for it for a little bit, yeah. I went to school for it for a little bit, and this is another message. To learn this, you ain't even really got to go to school. Don't go to college and let them hit you with all these student loans to learn this, like your full sales. And I'm not granted, I'm not knocking everybody that did it, because, you know, sometimes after you finish it, they sit you somewhere in the studio and you do intern, and you may get a full-time gig. You may land across a rapper now that like you and want to just take you with them and keep them as your personal engineer. You know what I'm saying? So that, like, me, what I know today, I would have never got into debt with student loans and all that to learn this shit. Because half of when you go to school, they're not really teaching you, like, they're not really teaching you half of the stuff that you should know, quote unquote. They teaching you math, you doing math equations and this and that and the third. What does this have to do with music? Just get me straight to the meat and potatoes. You get what I'm saying? And you can learn that just by sitting. If somebody got time and you really like it, go somewhere and let them teach you. You know what I'm saying? Even sometimes watching YouTube tutorials and things of that nature. But sitting there and having a learning experience yourself is how you gonna learn. Nobody can't tell you what to do, how to do it, because there's no right or wrong with mixing an engineer. Somebody be like, yo, do it this way. And you make it do it another way. And another way is the wrong way that they teaching you, like, yo, you shouldn't do that or you shouldn't do that. But now, like, it's no filter on music. Like, it's no filter. Like, half these rappers now, they back to dropping regular raw shit. Like, don't even want they shit mix and match. Just drop that shit as is. Laying in the studio, okay, I'm giving that to Flex. That shit ain't even mixed and mastered. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So yeah, but I wouldn't go into debt or student loans, none of that, to learn it.
We're engineering all the music. You became the engineer. I became the cameraman. We all rap, but Tone is like the rapper, right?
Right.
We can say that.
Respectfully.
We can say he's the rapper. We all rap, right? And we're making this thing go all for one.
All for one. You already know. That's the slogan, and we running with it.
I think it's all coming together. Like, you know, we all doing something. We all doing something, you know?
A big pot of gumbo. And this is the most beautiful thing is now we ain't got no bumps in the road. It's no more hiccups. This person ain't going. This person ain't going. We ain't going back to jail. This is something serious and involved with family. A nigga did something like that. Other than that, we staying out of niggas' way, stay out of our way, and you know what I'm saying? Because if you get in our way, we rolling you over completely. We ain't gonna play these games back and forth. We ain't doing none of that. So, you know what I mean? It's all together, and we don't need nobody. We got everything. We got the studios. We got the cameras. We got the equipment. We ain't asking niggas for no money or no handouts. We all right, you know? So, it's definitely gonna go, and when it take off,
I feel like I got everything I basically need from you other than, you know what I'm saying? Is there anything else you want to say to the people before we end this?
Yeah.
To the world.
Before we end it, to the world, free my brother Math, man. You know what I mean? I know he gonna get out soon. Hopefully one day on these appeals. We still just gotta keep pushing some buttons. Shout outs to the Vernon, shout outs to YO, shout outs to Nouveau, shout outs to Old White Plains, shout outs to BK, Brooklyn, Harlem, you know what I mean? All over New York. Shout outs to Pittsburgh. All my Pittsburgh peoples out here, man. So love, you know what I mean? And I want to be able to, these areas, states in the world, to be able to jump on this journey with us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Watch it. Like, see how we grinding right here, right now? I want to be able to, like, let them see the, like, oh, snap, I seen them just start off like that, but now it look like this. Like, sort of like what your man did. Gilly showed the little bit he had, and then look where he at today. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
5 minutes, but I gotta go.
All right.
Yeah. So that's my message, man. Don't keep chasing and pursuing what you gotta do. Don't let nobody ever tell you you can't do it. And all the kids in the world, always remember, as long as you wake up and you free, you got a chance to do what you want to do. Word.
And with that, we can end this like that. And now, give me a joint. Say shot by King. Just say shot by King.
You already know what it is, man. Shot by King.